Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for Higginsanity. I'm your host, Kurt Angle theme song, Jason Higgins.
I'm your co-host, Dan Slott, and we're starting something new today.
Thought I'd change it up some.
Uh,
It's Wednesday.
no.
So
So
how's
what
your
you been
week
up
been?
to? It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been. It really
What's
has.
going on here?
I went back to work on Tuesday, but with it being Memorial Day weekend, we were off on Monday. Did you lose a head? Oh, he lost his headphones.
I
Down
don't know
goes the
what's going on. It's all
headphones.
tangled up in my necklace and my chains.
Two
There we go. I think
chains.
I think we're good. No, maybe. No. Oh shit.
We're having some technical difficulties.
We're good. We're good. I got it figured out. There we go. All right, I'm good. I'm good. We're back at it.
Woo!
All right. So, anyways, how
Yeah.
was your weekend?
That was pretty good. I got a lot of yard work done. Hung out with some friends, worked out. Um, my puppy Zoe, she loved all the fresh air she got this week and loved all the
Yeah.
quality time she got. But got to spend it with family as well, and got to enjoy a nice cookout. Got to eat
Nice,
some,
nice.
brought some burgers. What about you?
Yeah, it was other than Monday, it was pretty chill cuz our dog, he had a little surgery going on there.
Oh, oh man.
Nothing major, but had a couple lumps removed, so we've been taking it easy.
Hmm?
We had time off on Thursday, Friday, and so we were like rotating who was leaving the house and who was staying home just so we didn't have to own him.
Yep.
So it was pretty chill, other than we went to a cookout as well on Monday, a little pool party. So that was fun.
Nice,
So,
nice.
yeah.
I watched the what would have been the Eastern Conference Finals, how it played out over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I got to see this is the first time the Miami Heat, or not the Miami Heat, was it the play-in team? One of the play-in teams have won
Yeah.
consecutively and have made it to the NBA Finals, which honestly, the way I look at it now, I mean, the Miami Heat, a lot of the guys were injured throughout the regular season, which allowed guys like, Caleb Martin and guys like that and Gabe Vincent to develop, improve, and man, Caleb Martin, that whole series was hooping. He was hooping,
Yeah.
and he had every right to possibly win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Yeah.
I would have thrown his name right there with Jimmy Butler. I would have. But it was good to see the Celtics come back because I did not want to really see another sweep because it was going to be 9 days between games, and I'm like,
Right.
dang, I don't wait 9 days before I want to watch another
Yeah.
basketball game.
I mean,
Come on.
sweeps are cool to see, especially if you're a fan of that team who's doing the sweeping.
Yeah,
But it
and
also
LeBron's
kind of
getting swept.
messes it. Well, I mean, I'm never gonna complain about LeBron getting swept, but you know what I mean. It does kind of mess up the flow of the tournament.
Yes.
So it is cool to see a sweep, like I said, especially if it's your team. But yeah. So other than that, I mean, it's been nothing major. I mean, like I said, we did the cookout, and it's funny. You brought up the cookouts and everything like that, and obviously I'm older. I have kids; they're a little older, but like for some reason, if I go to a cookout and whether it's family, friends, younger kids just kind of like gravitate towards me. And they're like, you want to play with, so like the kid at one of the pool parties this weekend was like, let's go play golf. And I'm like, okay. So we're like hitting golf balls in the backyard and swimming in the pool. And he's young enough where he's at that age where when we're in the pool, he's like, toss me, toss me, toss me, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all that. So it's. I was thinking after the fact, like it's interesting how cookouts kind of go from when you're a kid to when you're an adult, and how you interact, and you know the
Mm-hmm.
how much what you look forward to in a cookout and things like that. But so you said you went to a cookout. So was it just chilled, like outdoors, just traditional, like brats and burgers cookout, or?
Yeah, it was just a small little get together cookout with the grandparents and whatnot. Just
Yeah,
haven't got to see them a whole lot, but just working a lot and working out and trying to take care of the house and everything else going on. I
yeah.
wanted to be able to spend some time with him, so we thought we'd do like a little cookout for him. It was his birthday today, so we went out to dinner tonight. But it's
What
interesting.
is he in his 90s yet?
No, he's 86. 86.
86.
Hmm?
All right. Well, happy birthday, Grandpa Higgins.
So with all the cookouts, I've it's been interesting because we have cookouts as the family. We have our family
Yeah,
get-togethers. We have those types of cookouts. We play cornhole. We get all the kids together and whatnot. And I'm the same way. Every time I'm at a cookout or when I ran a bunch of basketball camps, the kids were always gravitating around me. Plus,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. I never lost a kids basketball championship. One because I traded some of the terrible kids. I kind of traded them to the other team and got stacked my team at times. But we're not going to talk about that. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Uh, anyways, but yeah, I remember just running all those kids camps. Like kids just gravitated to me, and that's why. At first, I wanted to be an elementary teacher, and when I did my internship back in high school, I interned second and fifth graders. And so
Oh,
that was,
snap. Okay.
originally something I wanted to do was I wanted to be like an elementary teacher and a basketball coach. And
Okay.
then just with, college ball and my schedule with college ball and that schedule and what they were wanting me to do. Plus, I was like, you don't get paid nothing, and
Well, that's yeah.
yeah, and I forget it. I had to read, and I don't really like to read unless it's like sports or stuff I really have to.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna switch my major. I need adrenaline, like needed adrenaline rush, and
Right,
luckily
right.
at the
Like
spot
that excitement aspect
yeah,
of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and luckily I get to walk into a place every single day to where I have no idea what the heck is going to happen.
Right, right.
Um, so but with the cookout situation or scenario, it's been interesting to be when just talking about our family get-togethers growing up as like a kid.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm just there to shoot hoops, play the games, play sports, run
Right.
around.
Just run around and be crazy,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And
With your
growing up,
brothers, sisters, cousins, like just yeah.
yeah, and growing up, obviously as a kid, we had them at my house, my parents' house. So
Hmm.
I had to get up in the morning, and I was my mom's
You
helper,
had
and
to
to
you
where
had
I
to clean
just
the house
yeah,
and make sure. Okay, did your mom make you clean your room
yes,
and make your bed before people came over?
yes, makes no sense because no one ever went
And
into my
it's
room.
like nobody's gonna be in
Yeah,
it. They're not
that's
going
what
upstairs.
that's what I would say.
But
I'm like,
every single time before people came over, is your bed made? Is your room picked up?
yeah,
Well, no, but I guess I'll go do it for no reason.
yeah. And really, it's
Like,
my room. It's my permission, honestly. Like, I don't
yeah,
want them in my room. Why would I want them in my room? Like,
yeah,
yeah. And and it's interesting to me when growing up too as a kid. Your opinion really don't matter. Like all the adults are talking. They're talking whether it's about politics or issues or health or just life in general or job, whatever the situation may be. Obviously, no one's gonna listen to a kid. You're just over there and you have nothing to say. And as I've grown older, it was interesting when I worked for Child Protective Services and stuff like that. when I first started, and I remember my first Thanksgiving, like all the adults, everybody's coming up asking me on my opinion on this, and this. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of miss the days when nobody asked me because, you know, oh, did I? I think I may have. Did I lose him? Did I lose Dan? I guess you see me twice.
One eternity later.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Am I back up?
Woo! There you go. Yep, there you are.
All right.
So, as I was saying, I was basically just saying on the cookout that growing up as a kid, like you really don't have a lot to say. But then as I, worked at Child Protective Services and gotten older and hold the positions that I do now, it seems like boom, every time I walk in, oh, what do you feel about this? What do you want to do about this? Da, 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 da. And I miss all the other days when I had no responsibilities, no anything, and I could just go there, shoot hoops, or not go there. I could just wake up, help my mom out, but then shoot hoops, chill, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever get the like when parents or adults were talking about something and you wanted to get your 2 cents in, and you get the 1 second, 1 second. Why are you talking? Say excuse me, and then you can talk. You ever get that growing up?
Yeah, but they can interrupt you anytime they want.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah.
Happens.
Cookouts growing up, mine were, I mean, we have a big family, so it was just like chaotic the entire time as a kid. And so like now, like I like cooking, like I'll cook anytime, I'll do the cooking, but at the end of the day, like it's nice to just chill, just
Yes.
relax, like you said, just play some cornhole, like
Mm-hmm.
have play a few games and do all that stuff, but just like it's fine, just go out and just you should be relaxing for the day. It shouldn't be a stressful time.
And,
And I feel like so much of the time, like people hosting get so stressed out about it.
yeah.
And it's like if you're hosting, just like provide the meat and tell everybody else, this is what I have, bring something out. Like bring something. Bring a side. Bring what's so funny?
Nothing. I was about to say that's what she said, but I held it
Oh.
back.
But you know what I mean? Like to me, like a holiday cookout, it shouldn't be a stressful thing. It should be whoever's hosting, they do the grill or do whatever, and then be like everybody else bring something and just eat, chill, relax, have a few drinks, and play games.
I agree. I agree. I think at times like the people that host, they want everything to go so perfect. They want everything to go, like want everybody to have a good time, and that's
Yeah.
that's understandable. I mean, that's how I am when I'm drinking. I'm like I want everybody to have a good time and everything, and then I'm buying people drinks, things of that nature and whatnot. But I think I love to have my own cookouts. I've had my own cookouts at my place and things of that
Yeah.
nature, and I love to grill and be able to cook out on the grill and do all that kind of stuff. But then
So
you have
what's your go-to cookout food?
I like to cook. I cook a mean beer can chicken, and so that's
Okay.
that's one of my favorite things to cook. I used to do
All
that for a
right.
lot of carry-ins and whatnot. Um, but I grill steak and other. But my favorite like crock. I want to say it's a dish, I guess, but it's a crock pot recipe. It's my buffalo chicken dip. It's one of my favorite things
Yeah.
to make, and I actually made it for a lady at work. She's one of the nurses on my staff, and I was able to. It was her. I think it was her 57th birthday, and she's been at the prison many years as a nurse, and she does a fantastic job. And they said her favorite thing was buffalo chicken dip, and I was like, oh, perfect. Now I got an excuse to make
There
buffalo
you go.
chicken dip. So
Right.
let's bring that in, and now basically they have now told me I'm the buffalo chicken dip guy, and that every time we have a
That's
carry in,
expected
yes,
anytime there's a carry in. you're bringing that. Yeah.
One of the dental assistants was like, "Yeah, you realize that now you have to bring this in every single time, right? That we have a carry, and like this is expected and demanded. Like this, there's no other, there's no other way around it."
100%. Yeah.
What's your favorite drink? Because I know you're one that you've been around different drinks. You've sold wine. You've sold alcohol. You've been around like mixed drinks. So what's your go-to cookout drink? Because one, we both like to watch Bar Rescue as well. So I'm interested to see what
Like to do what?
Watch Bar Rescue.
Yeah. That's true. I don't.
Zoe.
I'm more of like a themed drinker, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm outside by like the pool, I like a nice. I mean, it's simple, but just like a nice light, like a vodka tonic or a vodka lemonade or something like that. Vodka cranberry, even just, and sometimes they'll even put a little water in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know some people hate it when you put ice in drinks because it waters it down.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll put ice in it and just let it sit for a little bit, just because that light, refreshing drink. But if I'm just like sitting there watching a game or something, I go to just a whiskey.
Okay.
Just pour it over. Again, pour just a couple ice cubes, pour it over there, and just sip on it. You're not smashing it. It's just a sip and drink. One or two throughout the whole game.
So it sounds like
and
you're
then,
more of a hard liquor than beer guy.
Yeah. Like I don't like to sit there and drink beer all day. Yeah. I like to try different beers and new ones that come out or all that. Like I'll try anything, but
you're not one that
I will
if
say,
you go to the bar, like your first choice is let's have a beer.
What's that? It's not. No, that's not my first choice. Yeah. I will say though, I still do love like a nice in the summer, like after mowing the lawn or something.
Yeah.
On the rocks, a nice hard cider. It's just super cold, super light, super refreshing. But yeah. Okay. Are you still rocking the Malibu rum?
Man, I used to pour shots on that. That was back in the day. I was taking shots. Hey, it was. I can't hate. That was one of those shots that was like, man, you took a good amount of those things, and man, it did the trick. Plus, it didn't taste like crap, so I wasn't like,
Well, it was a very newbie drink because it's sweet and tastes good. Like I will say, I still will not knock Parrot Bay coconut rum.
Okay.
With Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
I'm with you there on the rum.
Okay. So, because I remember, I think when I was, yeah. I see my go-to drink has always been is a whiskey and Coke. Would be my go-to drink, and I hardly ever drink very much anymore because I don't like to have a lot of caffeine, and if I'm gonna have a whiskey and Coke. Obviously, the Coke has caffeine.
Right.
With or whatever. Anyways, but whiskey and Coke usually is my go-to drink, especially if I go out to a restaurant or concert or whatever. But I am a beer guy. Yingling has always been my choice, but Yingling and I love Landshark. Landshark beer has always been my favorite as well. But to be honest, to me, I would say if I'm gonna go to the bar, I don't know. It honestly just depends on. It would depend on how I'm feeling because I kind of switch it up. I really do.
Yeah.
If I do go out, so it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm a tequila kind of guy too. Tequila.
I do like.
Love it.
I do like margaritas if they're made well.
Yes.
You like a well-made margarita is fantastic, but what I hate is when you get one and it's just like the sweet and sour mix, and that's all it is, and it's super like sugary and overly sweet, and doesn't, like, to me, if I'm drinking a mixed drink, I don't want it to be overpowering, but I want to taste. I want the flavor of the alcohol in it.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, when you get those margaritas that are just sugar on sugar on sugar, no thanks.
Yeah, because at Me Mexico here where I live, they sell some amazing margaritas. And Monday through Wednesday, the big, huge ones, $1.99. Like, and they're amazing. I usually get the lime one, frozen, and
Yeah.
it's so good. And so the funny. I'll tell you the funny story. So, one time we went to Me Mexico, a couple buddies of mine and me, and my one buddy, Jake Ladow. So shout out Jake Ladow, and shout out to his service for Memorial Day weekend. He was in
This
the Navy.
just reminds me of a story that I got to tell after this, but go on.
So we're at Me Mexico, and at this time he worked at the jail. I believe he was dispatch, I believe, or he worked at the yeah. And so we were all eating at Me Mexico, and we ordered margaritas, drink margaritas and whatnot. And man, he's like, "Dang, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it." And I think he waits to go to work. What, I think an hour maybe, goes to work, blows into the breathalyzer. Yeah, he's blowing. He's barely passing. So, I think I can't remember if he said he barely passed or if he did or what. So hopefully I'll have to have him comment on this video and have him give the conclusion to that story, because it's been a minute. But that was back when we lived.
You should just record him and post a little short.
Oh.
A confirmation.
Yeah.
A confirmation of the story.
Yeah. Because I was dying laughing because I can imagine him at the jail just tipsy and stuff. I mean, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. No, so speaking of margaritas and stories of people drinking them, so your sister
Oh God.
goes out drinking with one of her girlfriends, and I go, just call me if you need a ride. No, no big deal. And so she calls me and she's like, "Can you just pick us up? Like, I'd rather be safe than, So I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." So I go pick them up, and they're deep into like 2 pitchers of margaritas.
Oh,
So I pick them up, drop her friend off because she had parked at her friend's house. So I was like, "We're leaving your car here," and we're driving home, and she's sitting in the passenger seat. She's going, "Why are you driving like James Bond? Slow down. You're swerving everywhere." I'm like, "I'm not the one swerving. You're the one swerving." But she was just sitting in the passenger seat being like, "Stop going so fast. Stop turning. Stop." I was like, "No, we'll just get home. We're good. We're good."
I
But yeah, she legit like 3 times, "Why are you driving like James Bond?"
I think we should tell the story about the time that we were all drinking, and we were in South Bend, and we were leaving Brothers, and
Is that when you and Skylar were up?
yeah, with me, Skylar, and Todd actually, and so you had what was that? What was it? It was a Ford.
It was a Ford Flex. Yep.
Ford Flex. Okay, and so
Yeah.
so he's picking us up from the bar and with my sister and everything, and we had a little too much to drink. I'll be honest.
I will say, just to be like, I was the driver, so like I was good.
Yeah, he was
Like
good.
I was like, we're all gonna go out. I'll be the driver
Yeah.
for the night. Like,
He was
just
good.
to be clear. Yeah.
He was good. The people in the back, not so much. So he's pulling off and he's going down the street, but he's only going like what, 10 miles an hour maybe.
Oh
because
yeah,
it's
if that,
right
like
there.
it was, yeah.
It's right there.
Everybody's walking around
Yeah.
and slow. Yeah.
And so as we're pulling off, this dude just comes by and like punches his
Side view mirror.
his side view mirror, and we're like, "What the?" And he like mouthed off something, and Dan, what'd you do? What'd you do?
I slammed on the brakes and I yelled at him, and I was like ready to, I was ready to go. Like I almost got out of the car and start something, and you know, your sister was like, stop, 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 just go, just keep driving, just go. But and then you in the back seat were like, what's going on? Because your head smashed the back of the seat,
Yeah, I
didn't it?
busted my
Because I
nose
slammed on the
right on
brake.
the thing, and I'm like,
And you
let's
in
go.
your head slammed, but at the same time you're like, let's
Let's
go,
go.
let's go.
Where's he at? What's going on? I'm about to go. Let's go. And then you got Todd freaking out, trying to hold on to me because one, I think my nose was about to bleed because I was
He
like
was
busted
like
my.
scared, but you and I were like, let's go. And then Sarah, your sister, was like, no, 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 guys, shut up, just go, drive.
So we end up going to Five Guys right after that. And at Five Guys, I got kicked out of the Five Guys because I did not know you were not allowed to sleep on the sacks of potatoes that were out there stacked up on the sides. I mean, come on, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's by Brothers. What do you expect?
I forgot that part of the story. I totally forgot you tried
Yeah.
to sleep on the potatoes.
I was like, I don't need a burger. I don't need a fries. I'm just gonna take a little nap right here and just pop the
I
squat right
forgot
on the
about
potatoes.
that.
The Five Guy officer comes over. Like literally the Five Guy, like he was an officer of Five Guys, like had a Five Guys patch and it had a badge, and it's just like, and I'm like, I look up, I'm like,
Well,
you ain't the real
fact-
police. I'm like, and Sarah,
the fact that they had a Five Guys officer shows how often people try and sleep on the potatoes.
yeah, obviously, yeah. So my sister was so embarrassed at that
I forgot
moment.
about that.
But also, when we there's still more to that story. We leave Five Guys and we get back to the house. Meanwhile, Skylar's tripping and busting all over his feet on the sidewalk. We're trying to get into the house, and I just roll up, get into the bed. I got my shoes, pants, shirt, watch, necklace, everything's still on. Todd's like, "You gonna take your shoes off?" No. You gonna take your shirt off? No. You gonna lay right there? No. He goes, you at least gonna scoot over? No. You don't. I mean, I was like, if I move, I'm probably going to throw
you were
up.
done. You were done.
Yeah, I was like, no, I am not. I'm like, I'm stuck. And then Skylar's over there on the ground,
I wish
like,
I would have taken a picture of it because you literally were just like this,
Yeah, I
and
was
your
in my
knees
fetal
were
position.
curled up, and your shoes were on, and you were just laying there like this.
I slept the whole night with my shoes. I was like, not moving.
Oh, yeah.
Not moving an inch.
Yeah, it was a good night.
I was. We've had multiple nights up there like that. Skylar keeps saying to always come, but we need to go back up there soon. So
Yeah, you guys do need to. It's been too long.
yeah, that was funny. That was a good night. There's been anyway, even Ashley said something the other day about us having.
Well, we talked about it getting together, whether it was up here or down there, getting together, all four of us and Skylar, and going out and having a good time.
Let's do a bet. Let's do a bet since the NBA finals start tomorrow. Since the NBA finals start tomorrow.
Yep.
Who do you think's gonna win, the Nuggets or the Heat? Nuggets or the Heat?
I want the Heat to win.
You want the Heat to win?
I want the Heat to win.
So do you think the Heat are gonna win? Are you gonna? Would you place?
That's what I'm debating. Yeah, the Heat's gonna win. The Heat's winning.
So you'll take the Heat.
The Heat's winning.
And I'll take the Nuggets. Okay, I'll take the Nuggets.
Okay.
All right. So we gotta come up with a bet, and we'll come up with that side. We'll come up with a new video with the bet on it, on who's gonna win. So at the end of this video, Jason Higgins, your champion, just like I was for the NCAA bracket, by the way. And we ain't doing the last dab because trust me, I'll be on the toilet for the next 5 days after that, and I'll be in tears, and it ain't gonna be good for me and my stomach. It's gonna be game over for me. So we're gonna do a different bet on that one. We'll come up with a different idea. But I'm interested to see. So I got the Nuggets and you got the Heat, okay?
Yep.
And oh,
How many games? How many games?
I'm
I'm
gonna go
saying
six.
6.
Oh, we
6?
said yeah, we said at the same
Oh
time. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Because yeah, I'm gonna say 6. So I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. You go with the Heat. So that's cool. Oh, and by the way, guess what? I'm going to a Reds game this Saturday.
You're
Since
going to a Reds
Yeah, Cincinnati
game?
Reds game. Going with a few coworkers. We got a suite, and we're gonna be. It's
Nice.
we get free all day, or free till the 7th inning. Beer, brats, and burgers.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
I cannot wait. So we're gonna go pretty early. Be able to walk around. I'm probably gonna go over to Paycor. Maybe they're gonna have one of their involuntary workouts. Maybe I get to see Joe Burrow. Who day? Joe Shiesty. Joe Burr. Joe Burr. The MVP this year. Who day? Super Bowl champions. Prediction, baby. Let's go. Cincinnati on top. Let's go. I'm so pumped for this year.
Did you see the state championship for like Little League? Was it Little League or high school? It was like I'm looking at it right now. No, it was some state championship, and it was with Hornell and like Paul Mac. Did you
Okay.
see this clip? It just came up on my Twitter feed, and I'm bringing it up because this dude swings, and you're gonna see how ill-informed I am about baseball here in this story. But because you can have the ball bounce and it's not a strike, and you can still run to the plate, right? Like, so that's what happens, and it's tie game, and this dude takes off running, and that's what happened. Like the ball, like, because what is it? Is it a foul tip? And if it drops down, like you can still run if it's strike 3, but if the catcher has to like pick it up and like get you out.
Yeah, if
Isn't
he
that like
throws it
this is
and
this? Apologize. This is how illiterate I am when it comes to baseball.
so
But
basically if the dude swings and misses it and the catcher drops the ball, he can still run to
he can
first.
run to first.
Yeah, and he has to either
Right.
tag him out or throw him out.
Yeah. So basically, that's what happened, and it's apparently the end of the game, and this dude takes off running, and the team starts celebrating, and they like run to the mound, and they're celebrating. This dude's just is sprinting around the bases, and even the announcer's like, game over, strike 3, and then they go, oh wait, what just happened? He's still running. He's running around the bases, and he runs around the bases, runs all the way around, tags home, scores a run, and they win based on that because the other team started celebrating and didn't realize that happened.
Oh my god.
And like the caption was like the worst way to lose a state championship.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But that goes to show you you just gotta pay attention. You know, game's not over, man. You gotta make sure you gotta confirm all that. You know, you gotta.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Oh my god, I'd be so ticked if I was. Ooh man.
Could you imagine losing a game like that? Like that would be so heartbreaking. You go from this high to this low in a matter of like 10 seconds.
Well, to be honest, I lost in sectionals. I was the #1 Sports Center top play on during sectionals my senior year playing Lafayette Jeff, and I just hit a double pump 3-pointer to put us up by 1. They come down, scramble for the ball, everything. They hit a free throw, tie ball game. Point guard comes down, shoots it, misses it. The point guard on the other team catches it with 1 second left on the clock, throws a baseball-like shot, full court, drains it, nothing but net, wins the game. Game over.
Ugh.
My high school career gone. Played with those guys. And the bad thing is, I played with on my high school team. there were 6 or 7 of us that we played alongside each other since we were like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And so we played the last 10 years together. And so that was the last game I got to play alongside guys that, I spent years and years and years,
Right.
countless nights with and stuff. So it was heartbreaking. And if you ever watch Coach Carter, we walked after obviously the crowd storms the court and everything. And videos on YouTube, by the way, just put Lafayette Jeff versus Logansport 2013 last second shot, and boom, it's right there. So, unfortunately, and what happened? And crowd storms the court, and we got to shake hands. We're in the locker room and we're crying and hugging, and it sucks. It's horrible, and I had a few college coaches there, recruiting me, and I had 2 other guys that end up going on to play college ball as well on the team. But it was different because it was you were playing with the guys you grew up with, and
Right.
And because of that, we walked out the locker room and all of our friends, family, and fans are right there. They got the posters, the signs, all of them hugging, crying, there to celebrate with us. And I'm walking out, and I had my girlfriend at the time was there, and I'm hugging her and tearing up, and I remember when one college coach came up to me, he's like, I love that you're crying. I love seeing that emotion. I love the fact that you care so much
Right.
that this means to me. He goes, that's what I want to see. That's why I want you on the squad, And so, that would suck. So I mean, it's relatable because it's like it's in just a blink of an eye, and it's like, damn. And then the next morning I wake up and then on SportsCenter, it's like, that was the damn number one sports. It was the number one. I'm like, I just had to go through this last night, and now I got to relive this crap all over again today.
Right.
Like, this is crazy. Like, oh my God. But, some things end up leading up to that weekend after the game that kind of made me feel a little bit better. So I'm just going to say that. But I won't say too much. Now, after this, I'm going to go work out and let's get my workout in with Skylar. What was funny is last night we were working out at Planet Fitness, and I get done working out. I get done doing the curls and everything over at the mirror. I get done, and while
You like to watch yourself work out?
Oh yeah, I like to get the pump. Obviously, I'm listening to my Kurt Angle WWE theme entrance while I'm lifting weights, and gets me super pumped. Get me super pumped. So I get done lifting. Well, Skylar's still got a couple more things because we do a different workout, and so I end up finishing mine. And so I went up to go tan, and so I'm walking by the 2 step-up ladders where these 2 girls are on, and I walk by and both of them are like, I was like, okay. So I go in there and I'm in there and I get done getting in the locker room. I check my phone and I get a message from Skylar. He's like, oh my God. He goes, those girls about broke their neck. They're doing the double take on the step ladder. But it makes me feel good. It made me feel good. I was like, ooh, yay, ooh.
It does.
But,
It
I'm
does.
still in that healing stage, so I was like, oh, it was just like make you feel good, but I was like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going forward, so.
Well, even if you're in the grocery store and you like walk by someone and you see them do the up and down, and like you don't show it, but as soon as you walk past them, you're like, yeah, they just checked me out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like, ooh, like, I think of the song, American Woman, stay away from me. But I think we'll call it for the night because I'm gonna go get this workout in, and that way I can spend some time with Zoe, with my baby.
Go watch
With my
yourself
puppy.
work out in the mirror and see if you can pick up any gym rats.
It's just today, so I'm gonna be on the bench press. So it depends on if the mirror can handle this much tenderness.
So you're gonna do the bench press. Then when you see a girl, you're gonna start walking around like this, do this thing. Oh man.
Do that. Maybe. If I don't blow out my shoulder. Just kidding. Just kidding. But, all right, well,
All right, man.
obviously our
Till next
credentials
time.
are up in the corner. You know, well, this
Right
way.
here.
Yep. They're
Right
here.
here.
No, point up,
Yeah.
Dan. Point up, Dan. Point up. There.
This way?
You're still on. You're
This way?
going. No, up, like straight up in the air. Straight up. There we go.
Like
So
that?
right there.
There
Follow
we
us on
go.
Twitter or email us if you have any ideas, questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah. We did get some shirts made.
Mm-hmm.
They are going fast. So if you want some, let us know because we might be out soon, but we can order more. We've got shirts. You know what? Maybe that's something we can post on our Twitter and Facebook is pictures of the shirts and what they look like. So we'll do that. And then if you guys have interest in it, again, email us. The information's right there.
Yes, sir. All right. Till next
All right.
time.
Deuces.
Stay safe.